Welcome to the second video in the 5 series of Stephen Covey's prioritization matrix. For the introduction and a summary, watch our previous video titled Time Prioritization Matrix by Stephen Covey. In this video, we are going to explore the quadrant 1, the urgent and important quadrant. So like we said, urgent is a function of time and importance is a function of value or the impact. An urgent and important quadrant is a quadrant of tasks which really are important, they have an impact, and the result will see a positive effort on the outcomes that you have to achieve, as well as they are extremely urgent, which means you cannot delay doing them, and delaying them might create lots of problems. So the urgent and important tasks usually are unexpected, unpredictable tasks that land upon us. We have a word for this. We call them crises. Yes, these tasks are not ones that we usually plan. These tasks are not the ones that we usually schedule in our to-do list. These are the tasks which, without your knowledge, unimpendingly just land upon you. It could be an unexpected deadline change from your customer. It could be something out of the blue that your manager wants you to do. Or it could be a tire that burst on your way to an important meeting, or it could be a sudden medical emergency. But crises are the tasks which you need to attend to immediately. You need to put aside everything else that you have planned and you need to start giving attention and start accomplishing these particular tasks. There is no specific technique on how to actually avoid crisis. It is literally impossible for us, because unexpectedness and change is a part and parcel of our life. However, we can probably minimize the impact of crisis. Now, why does crisis really happen? Crisis happens sometimes because something unexpected just lands on our head. Many other times, we tend to create crisis because we procrastinate and postpone things that we could have finished earlier. For example, when I usually in my various training programs and coaching sessions ask people for example for a crisis, urgent and important, they say paying the utility bills before the last date. And I ask them, has this always been a crisis or did we make it a crisis? And then comes the smiling answer, oh, we made it a crisis because we did not do it in the time that we were supposed to do. So there are two types of crisis, something that lands on us and a crisis that we make. And the crisis that we make is something that we can learn to avoid by being what we call proactive. What does that mean? Instead of waiting for the problem to happen and then reacting to it to see how to solve it, plan a little ahead, prepare a little ahead, and be proactive in trying to set things right so that some of the tasks which unfortunately can land into the crisis zone do not do so. A proactive ability is taking initiative. It's not waiting for the environment or the world to tell you what to do, but it is about choosing to take responsibility and ownership and taking action before the need really arises. So proactive is a technique that helps us in really reducing the crisis quadrant. However, like I said, it's impossible to reduce the crisis quadrant. Stephen Covey, as he rightly said, you cannot ultimately eliminate crisis from our lives, but we can learn from crisis, which means if you can maintain a log, a journal of what did you do when the crisis occurred, how did you resolve it, who were the people involved into it, and if you need to preempt and you need to try to avoid this crisis the next time, what proactive measures can you take to do that? If you can maintain a log or a journal of this crisis, it might be easier for you to watch out for it and to reduce the crisis the next time. So, Stephen Covey's urgent and important quadrant is something that we cannot eliminate from our lives. Crisis happens. As long as we ensure that we are not the ones that are making the crisis happen by being proactive, and as long as we ensure that we are able to maintain a log so that we don't repeat the same crisis mistakes again and again, we can probably get a grasp on the crisis quadrant and figure out a way to reduce our stress levels with these unexpected challenges that land on our day-to-day work. In the next video, we're going to talk about the importance and the impact of Stephen Covey's second quadrant, Q2, which is the not urgent but important matrix. For more details, watch the same video. This is Revati Turaga from the Leadership Unlocked YouTube channel. Like, share and subscribe. Please come back to watch other interesting videos. Thank you.